It's 8:30. Good morning. I'm Ian Crouch with Hunter News. The Nationals are continuing their push to win over support in the Hunter, with a two-day visit by a few of the party's senior federal MPs starting today. Barnaby Joyce, Matt Canavan and David Gillespie will take part in a panel discussion at a Hunter Business Chamber lunch this afternoon at Newcastle City Hall to discuss energy and manufacturing policy. They'll then tour the Mandalong Mine and Vales Point Power Station tomorrow to show support for the coal industry. It follows yesterday's visit by Deputy Prime Minister Michael McCormack. Newcastle monuments will turn orange tonight to symbolise the start of 16 days of activism to end violence against women. The vigil will be organised by the University of Newcastle's Gender Research Network and holds particular importance on the International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women. Associate Professor Tricia Pender says viewers can watch as the event is live streamed on Facebook, but the Research Network also has a number of other events during the 16 days.
The Gender Research Network is also running a webinar open to anyone on the issue of coercive control. That's on November the 30th. And there's a bill before the New South Wales Parliament to criminalise coercive control. So we think it's really important to have an informed conversation about this issue in the communities.
Meanwhile, nearly 100 domestic violence services across the state, including the Hunter, will receive a funding boost to support victims. The state's been granted more than $12 million in federal funding. The money will go towards expanding regional counselling, men's behavioural change programs and crisis accommodation. After years of community campaigning, a new independent air quality monitoring station is set to start operating at Lake Macquarie. The state government built the $320,000 facility at Mirrabooka on the southwestern side of the lake. It will allow residents to access information about air quality and emissions from power stations, coal mines and vehicles. The station is due to start operating by the end of this week. We're being asked for our feedback on having more paid parking across Newcastle and suburbs. Councillors last night endorsed a 10-year management plan to be placed on public exhibition. The strategy looks at installing parking metres in more areas such as Hamilton and Islington, increasing fees and shorter time limits to encourage more turnover. Australia's National Asbestos Awareness Campaign is urging locals to learn about asbestos. Deaths in Australia are predicted to rise due to homeowners and tradespeople inhaling asbestos fibres during renovations on older properties. Ambassador for the National Asbestos Awareness Campaign, Cherie Barber, says licensed removalists are the only people who should be dealing with asbestos.
Unfortunately, a lot of lives have been lost to asbestos and unfortunately a lot of lives continue to be lost to asbestos because as a nation, sometimes with us Aussies, we have a very, she'll be right, mate attitude and about asbestos, and you can't have that attitude. Asbestos is the grim reaper of home renovations.
2NURFM Sport.
Former Kangaroos prop Mark O'Mealy is set to join the Knights coaching staff from 2021. The 39-year-old is the front-runner to coach the club's New South Wales Cup side and is expected to work closely with the club's younger players. CEO Phil Gardner says developing younger talent will be a main priority heading into next season. Meanwhile, the Knights are set to face off against the Bulldogs in round one of the 2021 NRL season. Jets CEO Laurie McKenna is urging fans to stick by the club with the new A-League season fast approaching. Newcastle will kick off their season against arch rivals the Mariners in a New Year's Eve derby at Central Coast Stadium. It's the third time in 4 years the clubs have faced off in the A-League's opening round. And Valentine have signed experienced duo Joel Wood and Matt Thompson for the upcoming Northern New South Wales NPL season. The move sees the pair reunite after winning the premiership with the Magpies in 2019. And the winning numbers in Oz Lotto are 35, 31, 26, 9, 17, 25 and 15, and the supplementaries are 12 and 2. 2NURFM News Time, 26 to 9.